So this is game number 1 between Showtime and Namshara. We are, of course, on Neon Violet Square. It is a Protoss versus Zerg, one of my favorite matchups of this current season. On the bottom right hand side here, we've got ourselves Showtime, a player that I've absolutely adored for a long time now in his playstyle. Now, I don't know how it's going to be at the moment, but back when I used to cast, he used to be absolutely fantastic with his disruptors, making some of the biggest plays in StarCraft 2 history, just destroying Zerg players with his disruptors. So we'll see how it plays out here. Showtime is on Team Arma team. Tobias Siebert is his name, age 23 from Germany. His opponent is going to be Namshara, Zerg. He is not currently on any team as far as I can see. His name is Christopher Kolmoden. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. 25 years old from Sweden. Now, Namshara has opted to go directly for a hatchery first. So not going for any sort of rushed build at the moment. Going to be putting up that. Actually putting up an extractor before the spawning pool. That's actually quite an interesting choice, in my opinion at least. I usually like to put up the spawning pool first, get those Zerglings out as soon as possible. But the probe is coming up here, seeing exactly the timings of everything. Gonna see that the spawning pool is quite late, so it is not before the hatchery. Now let's see what Showtime decides to do. Does put up a block here, so he's actually going to block off the ramp quite early here. It's going to be at the natural expansion, of course. Now, just to note, in this map you have to block off a much bigger area because this section here is actually also exposed to a Zergling rush from the side here. So you have to be a lot more careful and potentially put up a third building right here just to get the full block off on your base. Now everything quite standard so far. Second gas is coming down as well for Showtime, immediately fully saturating it, and at this point it looks like this might turn into a Stargate any moment at this point. And there it is, as predicted. Stargate is now on the way. We're gonna potentially see a Phoenix just to destroy the overlords overhead. Or he might rush for an Oracle to do a bit of economic harass. We'll see about that in just a few moments once that builds up. We've got ourselves Zerg speed. Only one extractor. Now he took a little bit longer than a typical Zerg to take his units or his drones off the gas, leaving 2 on at the moment. I do wonder if he is going to go for roaches here, just because he does have still got drones on the gas. Now he's gone for a very quick third expansion as well, so this is going to be interesting to see what direction this game goes. Will he go for that almighty 3-base rush, or sorry, 3-base timing push, I suppose you could call it, which a laser done in the previous series that I cast, which I actually really like the style of that. He basically built up a third base, fully saturated the first 2, and this one was about 10-11 drones or so, and then just steamrolled his opponent. His opponent just could not do anything about that push. He did not have enough units, did not have the economy to sustain that kind of fight, and he just got steamrolled. So we'll see if that's how it plays out here. He is fully saturated on his natural expansion. He's got only 2 on this gas, actually. That's quite interesting to see that. But that kind of suggests that he might not go for any more Stargate units for now. Now, what does he have on the map? He's got himself just that Phoenix that we thought he would get. And no Oracle at this time. Now, he's got himself Twilight Council and Robotics Facility on the way. Blinkstalkers and Immortals. Potentially Colossi a bit later, but not quite sure if he'll get them straight away now. But don't think he has the economy to sustain Colossi just yet. Now High Templars are going to be on the way, so that's interesting. Now Overlord with speed going to fly in here, see exactly what's going on. Going to see that the Twilight Council is on the way, so he's going to think either Blinkstalkers or of course Zealot movement speed. But seeing as it's this early, that's it's quite an interesting choice, because typically you don't really see it that fast. Now a Baneling Nest being built here for Namshara, that's quite interesting. Gonna see how this one plays out. And he is also bringing up his gas production as well. So he's got himself 3 at the moment. He's building one more. And he's going for Hydras, so not going for the roaches. It looks like he's going straight into Hydras in this occasion. And we'll see what he does with that, because at the moment he's not really doing a whole lot. He did put up the spore crawlers just in case there was going to be something going on. Ooh, interesting. There's going to be a warp in here with zealots coming from that warp prism. What is he going to pull off with it? Ooh. Now that is interesting. Taking out 2 High Templars, or 4 High Templars, immediately warping them into Archons. And he's going to rush straight into his base. Oh no, these Zealots are being left behind. Take the Zealots. Showtime. Zealots. Oh no. That is a bit of a mistake, I think. I mean, in a way that's a mistake. Maybe he's just trying to hide them, but I think that he definitely could have used them in his firepower there. Now this Zergling is going to see for a third or wait to see if there's going to be a third expansion going that way, but instead he opts to go for a safe expansion down the back here, which I actually find interesting in this map. It pretty much gives you a free expansion if you decide to expand out the back of your base, but the question is going to be, is he going to have the economy to actually build up with that, or if he's going to be able to or not going to be able to sustain both the army and production of economy as well. Now moving in here, he does look to be in quite a good position right now. 2 Archons are very disruptive this early in the game. There's just not a whole lot to deal with them, and of course the massive shields. This one might just drop. Oh, picking it off. That was a beautiful pick off, and just preventing it from getting destroyed by those Hydras. That is some fantastic micro play here, and this is why I absolutely love Showtime. He always has such clutch timings on everything. The disruptor play that he had about 2 years ago with disruptors was one of the best that I've seen in a very long time. Then he kind of seemed to have lost his touch, and then of course disruptors are no longer a thing now. So Showtime winning the first game quite handily here with those Archons. Not a whole lot that Namshar could have done here. So that was absolutely fantastic. I think he did really well here, destroying so many of the drones from his opponent. And yeah, let's move on to game number 2.